Well, guys, another day, another dollar. It's chapter or episode 17 on the not so cheap build. Hey, if you haven't seen 1 through 16, I've said it over and over again. Go back to my channel, check it out. I think it's pretty fun keeping track of the progress of the Bronco build. Now, this week or this episode right here, 17, I don't really know where it's going. First and foremost, I would like to probably go back and sandblast the rest of that grill that I sandblasted part of it anyways, but my sandblaster was clogging up, so I wasn't able to complete it properly. Anyway, we moved on and tried to apply some etching primer, and the etching primer didn't work, and besides there's a lot of bumps that could be a lot of work more. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna redo or re-sandblast it and really get it down to bare metal and then go from there. So we'll see. After sandblasting all day, was able to take all the paint off, maybe just a little bit here and there, but I can scrape that. But everything else is off, and it's actually pretty smooth, with an exception of a little bit of here and there, but that is going to be nice and smooth now, much easier to work on. Well, before I cleaned up, I went ahead and sandblasted the wiper arms, and that thing is bare metal. Looks good. Here's a fix right here. This joint needs to be taken off and fixed. Continue on with episode 17. Today I'm going to focus on the tire carrier. And as much as I wanted to keep it original, there's some improvements that need to happen with this because of bigger tires. I think from the factory maybe they came on size 29, 28 tires on 15s. So this clamp style is enough for that, but because I'm going to 15 by 10s on 33s, this needs to be better than what it is. And besides, the locking mechanism is busted anyways, so I'm gonna improve upon the locking mechanism, and whatever it bolts into fell off inside, and I don't want to bother getting that out, so yeah, I'm just gonna improve on that. First is I'm going to cut out all of these factory things they got going on here, and then we'll put one that's bolted in there, so I can bolt the wheels on there, secure it properly, and then the locking latch mechanism needs to be tight on the body so that it doesn't rattle all over the place. The hinges are fine. I just need to find the inserts for that, and then grease it up, and should be fine. Should be a stop here, but I'm gonna put the rubber. Goes. Working on the latch. Should be done. We decided to put a roll cage on it for safety. Bought that one from somebody that's, I guess, getting rid of it, and they're not working on their Bronco anymore. There's a few things I gotta work on. Anyway, if you have a roll cage, see this front leg right here, right there, it gets on the way when you open the glove box, which where I'm gonna put the fuse box, and now I need to be able to open it. So Bronco hack. And I've done this before because my blue Bronco has a roll cage. See this right here? This is the hinge. There's two of them. You remove one. That way you can slide it to the left when it's open. Anyway, I didn't show you how to do that because this is not a do-it-yourself channel. But I just kind of wanted to point that out in case you have a Bronco and you want to avoid the roll cage, or you want to be able to open your dash, your glove box. So that's gonna get painted here soon. This Bronco doesn't have a glove box because I decided not to put the glove box back in. It's useless. I don't really travel far with it where you need a glove box. So glove box remove, keep the dash nice and clean. As much as I want to be in a hurry to get this thing done, it does take time to build classic cars, right? To do it right anyways. I could easily patch up things and then get it back on the road and be done with it, such as the 62 Scout. But this one is a little bit special, you know what I mean? It's a challenge and I love the challenge, so I'm working on getting it done. I would say 80% of the time I'll try to do the right thing, right? And the 20% of the time, I'll get by with whatever it's got and clean them up, make sure it's solid, lasts for a long time, and then we'll go from there. Anyway, today I ended up sandblasting the bumpers or bumperettes, whatever you want to call that. Again, my red Bronco has like custom bumpers, swing tire carrier, things like that. This is gonna be like almost going back to stock, in which I'm using stock front and rear bumpers with painted white. So the grill came out really nice, guys. From where it came from. Like I said, I had to redo the grill. I had to re-blast it, or sandblast it because initially I left some of the paint in there and it wasn't even, so now it's even. As we move along, now episode 17 of Not So Cheap Build, in which I'm building two Broncos, well, a Bronco out of two Broncos, and then behind me right here is actually a junkyard Bronco. So if you haven't been keeping track of it, I highly advise you go back to my channel, check it out. I think it's a fun build. Fun meaning I love the challenge, so I step up to the challenge, but every episode is something different, right? I have a plan in my head on how to go about and the steps to get there, but there are hurdles along the way, and you need to have a lot of patience and a lot of conviction to be able to get through it. Anyways, episode 17, I kind of had to backtrack a little bit back to the body instead of focusing on the drivetrain, because I've discovered a few more issues with the body, such as the windshield, for example, right? I went ahead and sandblasted it yesterday and found out more issues with it, to the point where I'm trying to figure out if I should buy or rebuild what I got. Buy meaning it's like, I don't know, $500 to $800, and then shipping here about $1,000 for a windshield frame here in Hawaii, because I can't find any used Broncos. And then of course, or I can rebuild it with whatever materials I have already. which takes a little bit more time. So I think though today I'm going to choose to rebuild it. I'm going to try the Avenue first, and if that doesn't work, then I'll go and buy. You know what I mean? So let me show you what I got, my problems, and then I'm going to work on it today, and I'll show you what I got after that. So let's do it. Windshield frame. Those issues like this can be fixed. But my problem is this channel, and there's like the way this works is that this is a fold that folds up here, and then there's a bottom piece. There's areas in which it's compromised, highly compromised, such as this area right here. I don't know if you can see that, but this layer had eroded. And there's holes right there. So I'm gonna attempt to remove this today. The piano hinge is off, and I'm going to grind this down. I'm not going to show you that, obviously. I decided not to touch any of this because of structural integrity. Even though there's a lot of materials lost inside, I still want to maintain the structural integrity of it. Besides, I need it to be straight when I put the piano hinge in here. So I'm putting in a stainless steel piano hinge. But before I do all of that, I'm going to go ahead and grind this down, treat it with the anti-rust or rust preventative, rust conversion. That way it protects it for years to come. I doubt it's going to get any worse. It's already bad as it is. And that'll buy me some time until I find a good or a better windshield frame. So I'll go from there. Okay, tire carrier latch. Well, that's how I made it. And of course there's a little bushing that goes in there so that it doesn't scratch the body. I still have an issue that this keeps on lifting, so I think I'm going to put another brace down here just to keep it secured. But that should handle up to 33-inch tires, hopefully, and not tear anything apart. So let's go. Alright, that's ready to be painted. It's going to be painted white. Tire carrier. We're working on getting everything straightened up. Here's a dash. Like I said before, my wife does the body work. I do all the metal work, mechanical work, electrical work. But first thing you'll see is the body work, or paint, things like that. So she's really good at that. Here's the window frame, or the windshield frame. As you can see, I've grinded down all of those tack welds and treated it, and then it has etching primer for protection. You're not gonna be able to see from here down because it'll be covered by the dash. I'm not making an excuse, guys, but I would not pay $1,000 for something like this. If I have to take this apart later, then I will, but for now she's gonna work, and that's good to go. Well, I gotta put the hinges on that one. This is the tire carrier hinge. It looks like that because I took the paint off and then I treated it with the rust preventer or rust conversion, so it's bubbling, killing the rust that's on it. But that's also ready to be painted afterwards. We'll paint it and then it will be painted white. Here's the grill. A little bit more body work just to even things out, but that came out really nice and solid. I mean, night and day from the first time that you saw it. It was really rusty. This was the color of it. This is the junkyard Bronco parts, which I'm going to use as well. These are the fenders that I'm going to use. So pressure wash it, get the rust out, treat it just like that, body work it, good to go. Even though episode 15, 16, 17 have become unpredictable, and of course, you know, I mean, I make a plan on what to do and then it doesn't happen. I'm having a lot of fun, guys. This is definitely what I've been dreaming of while I was serving our country overseas and have no access to mechanical things. This is my passion. This is what I do. I can say I'm very patient with it. So I'm looking forward to getting this one done, taking a break for the year, and then rolling in, getting that CJ7 done back there. I think the CJ7 is not as bad as this one, where I'm starting from literally apart Broncos and Broncos that came from the junkyard with unknown status, right? I don't think I've ever seen a body this bad before, but nothing that we can't rebuild or nothing that we can't get done, right? At a manageable budget and also a manageable time. So that's what this video is all about. And that's why, or the series of videos, the episodes, building this Bronco, it's all about making things work no matter what. So I think I'm going to end episode 17 here because, again, I don't want these videos to be too long. And besides, I want to take a break, get ready for the weekend, which I try to spend some time with my family, of course, and spend some time with myself, right? Even though my routine does that in the morning, but I still do have things I got to take care of, so I need some of those days off from building this thing. Hey, I put a lot of time and effort down here. Sometimes I get to video things, and sometimes I don't. I mean, I get so into my work that I don't get to video or record the videos. But anyways, from whatever I record, I hope you're enjoying it. And that's all I have for you this week. Aloha.